Hello YouTube friends, welcome to my channel, the Travel Diary Lalabs edition. This is Rai Rai with my husband travel buddy Alan. We're still here in Belgium and will continue to explore this city. Today, we will visit the Royal Palace here in Brussels. But before we do that, please don't forget to subscribe. Brussels is the capital city of Belgium. It is located in the valley of the Seine River, a small tributary of the Schelde. It is the largest commune, which is the greater metropolitan area. It contains the historic core of the city and the so-called European Quarter, where the institutions of the European Union are located. Brussels is also known as the capital of Europe, and its significance as a center of international governance and business makes Brussels a true global city, a status shared with such metropolises as New York, London, Paris, and Tokyo. It is also the administrative, commercial, and financial heart of Belgium, and the majority of services and institutions of national importance are based in the city. In addition, Brussels is a major European tourist and cultural attraction, functioning simultaneously as a regional metropolis and an international center. The last name role has flourished since the city became host to the European communities as well as to the NATO or North Atlantic Treaty Organization headquarters. The city lies just a few miles north of the invisible language boundary, separating Belgium's Flemish-speaking region of Flanders in the north from the southern French-speaking Walloon region. Brussels is thus surrounded by Flemish territory, although historically it was a predominantly Flemish-speaking city. At present, the majority of residents in the Brussels agglomeration speaks French, which is also the preferred language of the city's growing international labor force. The historic old town of Inner Brussels forms the center of the modern metropolis, but the pentagonal walls that once surrounded it were replaced by a ring of tree-lined boulevards in the early 19th century. Since years 1830, when Belgium became an independent kingdom, Brussels has continued to be transformed in the old town as well as in the surrounding communes. The upper town is the remaining eastern area of the inner city. On the Rue Royale stands the Royal Palace, and to the north, the Palace of the Nation. The Royal Palace is situated in front of Brussels Park, from which it is separated by a long square called the Place des Palais. The Royal Palace of Brussels is where His Majesty the King exercises his prerogatives as head of state, grants audiences, and deals with affairs of state. Apart from the offices of the King and the Queen, the Royal Palace houses the services of the Grand Marshal of the Court, the King's head of cabinet, head of the king's military household, and the intendant of the king's civil list. This royal palace also includes the state rooms, where large receptions are held, as well as the apartments provided for foreign heads of state during official visits. The Royal Palace of Brussels is the official palace of the King and Queen of the Belgians in the center of the nation's capital, Brussels. However, it is not used as a royal residence, as the king and his family live in the Royal Palace of Laeken in northern Brussels. This Royal Palace of Brussels is now used as the king's administrative residence and main workplace, where he works daily with his staff. In his office at the Brussels Palace, the king receives the representatives of political institutions, foreign guests, heads of the states and ambassadors, and other guests. The capital of Belgium and the center of European bureaucracy, Brussels has all the sights and attractions of a sprawling city, yet maintains a peaceful, laid-back atmosphere, filled with a mixture of architecture, from colorful gabled houses to elegant mansions and Art Deco facades, and an ever-growing number of art galleries and museums. Brussels is a cultural powerhouse and the perfect destination for a city break. The most densely populated and richest region in the country, Brussels sprang from humble roots as a small rural settlement on the banks of the river Seine. Today, there's nothing small about Brussels. Not only it is the capital of the European Union, but it's also the crossroads of Europe, with extensive railroads and air connections to the rest of the continent. our video here, but definitely not yet the end of our travel adventures here in Brussels. This is just the beginning of our walking tour in the city, and for sure, there's more exciting places and things to unveil, so watch out for it. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit on that notification bell for more updates. See you on my next travel video. Bye for now!